Bunge power. Bunge power. First, mimi nataka kuambia Wakenya kitu moja, kuna kitu moja one of the freedom fighters alisema huko, civil rights engineers hapa US, alisemanga a man who controls your economic status will always controls you. See all this, these are always called the shit. Until Kenyans themselves must accept that sisi tuko na problem. Because right now, kuna mtu ana support government and those who are opposing the government are feeling like the Kenyan is doing wrong. It's the same thing some people were doing some years back. And we need to be very careful with that. Because sisi wenyewe ndio tunajiumiza. Unaona? Alafu to make the matters worse, watu wenye wako wanapiga kelele hata wakulagi hizo pesa za corruption. Ujie, sasa uko na nini yenye unafaa kutetea government hapa? Let us be sincere with each other. At least mtu akuja hapa kama na drive aanze kutetea serikali, But I pity a Kenyan who is a victim of the situation standing here to protect that government yenye na muoppress. You have what is called a mental problem, a serious one. And we need to be, but leo ndo nimepita, but it's been so long kama sijapitia hiyo barabara ya Jogoo Road. Napitia Mombasa Road most of the time. Leo asubuhi, the entire market was almost down. Something is not going on, but you will never be told anything. Mambo ya 10-point agenda will never be and shall not be implemented by any government soon. And I will tell you the reason why it can never happen. One of the major reasons why it cannot happen, because vitu zenye zimetajwa hapo, mambo ya corruption. Of all the president wenye tumai kuwa nayo hapa, hii Kenya, beginning from Kenyatta, the senior, were all corrupt. Without an exemption of Ruto. So you cannot expect him to tackle anything to do with corruption. Never. Mambo ya youth and employment cannot be tackled because of our education system. Our education system produces what is called workers, not creative people. And in the entire world, there is no government in Indonesia provide enough jobs for its people, apart from the people themselves, given a good environment to create more jobs. But to make the matters worse, number one, we lack that good environment to create jobs. Number two, our education system is fucked up and it cannot help us to some extent. And that's why everybody is getting from the university and they are complaining about job. But none of them thinks about, forget about even that. Even if you want to think outside the box, just even go and 99% of the parents in Kenya, face them and tell them, please lend me money because the bank cannot lend me. I don't have good books with the bank. They will not give you any shilling. Nyota hiyo si pesa ya kusaidia watu. 22,000 cannot help you that much. Though it can, inaweza saidia, haiwezi saidia watu wengi, but inaweza saidia watu wa daily bread. That is not the problem of Kenya. Problem ya Kenya si daily bread. And the reason why it's so painful, but then I feel like Kenyans must understand this very important. Why this is very important? Right now, we are going to a 2027 election without an option but a choice. Do you know the one who have the choice? Do you know the one who has an option, I mean? The people who ensures that those who reaches the ballots are the ones who have options. But they leave us with no choice but actually make and approve of their own in the ballot. Why? Go check into the presidential candidates, the capable ones. None of them can change anything in this nation. But we stand here today discussing mambo ya 10-point agenda. And I want to remind the president this, Wakenya are not complaining because the previous government was corrupt. No, we know very well the previous government ilikuwa corrupt. Kenyans are complaining because you've not managed to do something about that corruption. Not because it's a Kalenjin. Let us stop this nonsense, because I can remember very well. Kenyans complained even to Uhuru Kenyatta. Let us not turn this thing to be tribal. I see some ignorant, naive people claiming that, oh, kwa sababu ni Mkalenjin ako in power, nao Wakikuyu sijui wanayel, mara sijui nini. Yes, a good number of Kikuyu were against going for Uhuru Kenyatta. But that doesn't bar any Kenyan from talking about poor governance in our nation. It cannot bar us from doing that. What is the essence of kulala njaa ati usiongee kwa sababu ni mkale yako kwa power? It doesn't make any sense to me. Makes no sense kabisa. Sasa ukiangalia watu wanapelekwa ngambo, right? Hizo ndio jobs zenye walikuwa wanaongelelea hapo, wamecreate youth. Have you ever seen an economy growing by importing what is called labor? I mean by exporting labor anywhere in the world. How can you take the... In fact, sometimes we even lack it. The best students goes to Europe. They make their lives uko. Wanasaidia the European capital market. Tunaachwa bila chochote. Then you think that you are helping Kenyans. No, you are not helping anything. You are not helping. You are not helping. And that's why up to date, 50% of the industry department is owned by foreigners. 50%. Foreigners turned Kenyan citizens. I can guarantee there is no black man mwenye akona big companies yenye imehire more than 20,000 people in Kenya. The largest company yenye imehire watu ni EPZ. I want you to go and check EPZ ni akina nani. They don't even sell their clothes here in Kenya. They don't. In the Soria area, akina nani wako na kampuni. People fear to talk about it. It is high time a black man understands that kwa sababu tunachagua mtu ni mweusi ama ni kabila yangu, we cannot even own companies. The few who own companies are corrupt people who stole the money from the government, and that's why they cannot do anything about corruption. But we keep on hitting each other every day. Every day it's about mimi na wewe, mimi na wewe. Wewe ni Mkikuyu, wewe ni Mjaluo, wewe sijui ni Mkalenjin, wewe sijui. And surprising enough, when Waiguru stole money, NYS, some people supported him. Muizwe? Can I surprise you? It was only last year, before the election, one of the governors wa Baringo ama sijui wapi alikuwa ameibia hadi watoto pesa na wazazi. Right now as we are speaking, that same former governor is a senator. Let us be sincere, Kenyans. Mandago. Sahi akana sit kwa Senate. Alafu mnataka how do you want to able to go serious, Kenyans? How do you expect to change this nation? How? Can I remind Kenyans one thing? In fact, this one goes to those who voted William Ruto. Immediately William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta ascended into power in 2013. There was another golden bag scandal. When this guy was given, before 2013, Nusumkate government, after post-election violence 2007, William Samoei Ruto was a minister for what? Agriculture. Uhuru Kenyatta was a minister for fire. Both these bastards were taken to court, but we ended up electing this guy for 20 years. Uhuru ameshakula yake 10 and William Ruto is going to take his 10 yake. Then unasimama hapo unapiga kelele kwa street ukisha cast your vote and you expect William Ruto to get out of the state house. And you've given somebody a gun, money and power. Kenyans, we need to think. We need to be very serious. Let us stop this nonsense of complaining about podiums. Let us stop it. Let us just stop it, please. Aden Duale has been a member of parliament how many years? Munajua kitu yenye Aden Duale amefanya hapa tu Northeastern? Do you know scandal? Wakati how many people can remember Jacob Midiwo, the former late MP wa nini?
game. Taku once said this guy is a terrorist. But you people, and right now, the same guy Jakoya alluded to be a terrorist, a minister on this land. Then mnataka to change the nation. It's like we suffer from, I don't know, amnesia. Kenyans, we need to wake up. Mambo ya kupiga kelele na emotions tuachane nayo. And can I remind you one of the people you are going to make the same mistakes? Rigathi Gachagua. When he was a DO, he killed Kenyans. And they were killing Kenyans and enjoying with Moi. The same Moi. In fact, young people when Moi alitrain, similitoa Moi kwa power in 2002. By then I was very young. I'm talking to old men who are here. Young people who were trained by corrupt regime back in 70s and 90s are the same people we ended up electing. Alafu mna claim mlitoa Moi in power. You see this guy that I'm carrying here, inaongea mambo ya audit ya Kenya. Do you know what is being said here? That the Kenyatta family iliiba around 500,000 acres of land in this nation wakati watu walipata independence. But we ended up giving back power to the Kenyattas. Then we want to change. Alafu kwanza, hebu tukuwe serious. Kenyans, we must be serious if we truly need change. We must be serious if we truly mean change for this land. Hii mambo ya kupiga kelele hapa, hati tunafurahishana hapa, you think we are bringing any change. But let us stop nonsense. As a people, we have to stop this nonsense. As a people, we have to stop this nonsense. This is not a matter of complaining that you're supporting one term or two term. What you need to ask yourself as a citizen of this land, what is the agenda that can help me as a Kenyan? Can two term change anything? And who is spearheading the two term? Or are we headed by a flock of wolves when you're not kutukula wakisha manage you two term or one term yao? That is the most important question that not even a single Kenyan is asking himself. Either mwenye na support one term or two term. Another question that we need to ask ourselves, what do we stand for? Do we stand for ideas? Do we stand for emotions? Or do we stand for slogans? And that is why it is high time, hiyo mambo ya 10-point agenda, one of the points was to constitutionalism. How many of us here knows even the work of a member of parliament? Whatever member of parliament we need so that our interests can be served from the National Assembly. None of us is speaking about that. But we've been reduced to speak about individuals who are more corrupt in this nation and doing nothing, and we are going to end up divided as a nation and give them votes again. Then we, after 1 year, to complain at you the government is not working. Between you and the government, who is not working? Because you were given a mandate to elect the right man in power. Hi, I want to speak to some people here, and I want to remind Kenyans, because this is very painful. Right now, everybody is interested in taking root out of power, right? We've been having by-elections. Let us stop fooling ourselves. Who has been winning those by-elections, if not UDA? Which Kenyans are complaining in the social media? You young people, do you think social media is going to bring a revolution in this land? If you fear death, expect nothing, just keep on shouting in the social media. It's not going to bring any change here. Majority of us don't even vote. Out of 10 by-elections imefanyika juzi hapa, 7 of them went to UDA. The same system yenye mna complainia. And you think you're going to bring change by 2027? Until the day we will open our eyes. Mimi sipendai kufulu watu. For the longest time by there, I've tried myself at least to look on a side when naeza side nayo. But my eyes are open. I can't do it. Nimeshindwa. My conscience cannot allow me to support one term or two term because these are the same goats lying to you Kenyans. Like what Malcolm said. There are folks and a kind about eating meat. Whether you choose dog A or dog B, both are canines. That is exactly what Kenyans are doing here. Whether we elect Kalonzo Musyoka, whether we elect Rigathi Gachagua or William Ruto back, these guys are going to eat us. Kenyans must begin a journey, a new journey of revolutionizing their minds and getting the right leader into position.